All right, hey everybody, we are back with another news feed here for you. Don't forget, I post 1, 2, or 3 videos every single day. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything, and we are going to dive right in. Stellantis, this is from TFL actually, but Stellantis recalls more than 80,000 vehicles in one day. They set a new record last month. It says last month Mazda issued 3 simultaneous recalls on its CX-70 and CX-90 models to address various software issues, nothing big. And it says here, but Stellantis just beat that number with 5 recalls on the same day to address problems with more than 80,000 vehicles. Okay, this just happened. This is actually yesterday. As I'm recording this, this was yesterday. This was put out there. 80,000 of them. Now, fortunately, they're all minor. Okay, they're dangerous, a couple of them, but they're minor. It says here the largest recall population by a wide margin, 79,000 of those 80,000. So the majority of them are basically a NHTSA recall, and it affects the Jeep Grand Cherokee, Grand Cherokee L Wagoneer, and Grand Wagoneer. It is a incorrect programming of the rear view camera module. So your rear view camera, and where you look at it and you can see what's going on behind you, it needs to be replaced. Okay, I'm sorry, not replaced, but a software update needs to be done in that. That's what it says right here. Problematic software may prevent an image from displaying on the screen. So they're going to you got to get that taken care of. Okay, so if you have it, you got to get that done. It is a software update is what it's going to fix the issue, so it won't be a big deal, but that's the majority of them, 80,000. The second recall is over malfunctioning cameras again. Covered aftermarket dealer installed Mopar rear view cameras. Okay, this is on the 295 Jeep vehicles, just like the first recall. Okay, simple, easy fix, no big deal. A more serious one affects the Alfa Romeos. I don't pay much attention to them, don't know anything about them, but apparently 2 more recalls impacted the Alfa Romeo sedan and SUVs for service brake issues. So you got that one, which I'm not reading through. I don't know anything about alphas, but if you want to, there it is for you. And then the another one is this one right here. Last recall is in a small number of Ram 2020 or 1500 trucks. What it is that headlight module may fail to function at all. Okay, the headlight module. Incorrect software for the headlight module. Incorrect software. Okay, so again, it says right here, again, it's a software problem. So it's an easy fix. They do tell you, though, since your headlights could go out, it's worth the trip to the dealer, but probably make that trip during the daytime for the update because your lights could go out. So, yes, Ram has got some big ones here as far as 80,000 of them and 5 recalls in one day, which jumped them to the head of the pack over Ford as far as total recalls. Otherwise, Ford was winning in November. But now Ford is now second place to Stellantis in recalls. But most of all of the recalls for Stellantis is software 99% of the time anyway. So something worth noting and keeping in mind. Next one, while we're on the line of Stellantis, we have the uncamouflaged, the new Recon EV. And you know what? I was excited for this. Not that I'm an EV fan, but now it means nothing. It's dead to me when you think about what else is coming. I have zero interest in this vehicle. Not any. Let's take a look at it for a second and see here. So it's a total EV. Okay, I used pink because it actually went good against this black background. But we got, for the highlighters, the Recon EV. The Recon is... it is 100%. Why is that showing up like that? The Recon is Jeep's second global electric vehicle. They got the Wagoneer S, but it is 100% electric, and it is not a body-on-frame vehicle. Okay, and so basically it says Jeep claimed the rugged EV is still built to conquer any terrain with zero tailpipe emissions. Perhaps even better, it can do it in silence. Jeep says the Recon is inspired by legendary Wrangler. It will feature options like removable doors and windows. Okay, well, that's cool. That's neat. It says the Recon could tackle the mighty Rubicon Trail. Could it really, though? Could it? Because the range. Okay, an EV vehicle has no range off-road. Just because they might say that a vehicle can get 200, 300 miles going down the road, you will never get that when you put it in four-wheel drive and you start putting this thing up and down hills like you're seeing right here, and obstacles and rocks in front of the tires or mud or whatever it is. Your power, if this thing gets 250 miles on a charge on the street off-road, that's going to probably drop to 50 to 75 miles max. max, especially putting hills in there. So this thing is worthless. It's a dead weight. It's a paperweight. It could never do the Rubicon Trail because it can't make it through the whole entire Rubicon Trail. It has to have somebody come out and drop ship a battery charger, or somebody come out with a generator and fire up a generator to recharge this EV using gas out of a generator is the only way that this, I mean, again, off-road EVs serve very little purpose. I just don't understand the concept of it. But here it is anyway. You can see it now. I opened these pictures up because I cannot click on them to make them bigger. Nothing happens when I click these, but I did actually open them. I found them so we can see them. It says Jeep's, you can see here that it includes Jeep's signature select track system. You can see rock, mud modes, traction interface system, other options like snow, sport, and tow are expected to be included. But here's the interesting part right here. Look at here. It says the display screen shows 147-mile range remaining at 66% charge, suggesting a total range of 223 miles. That's disgusting. It's an off-road vehicle. Okay, and if you can only get 223 miles on the road, you're going nowhere with it off-road. It's literally going nowhere. It's unbelievable. Oh, and the price. Let's talk about the price of it. The EV expected to officially debut in early 2025. Although prices have yet to be confirmed, it's expected to start around $60,000 with more premium trims like the Rubicon could cost up to $80,000. So let's take a look at the pictures real quick. But technically, for all practical purposes, where I thought this would be a cool one, a great off-road EV, it's not. And like I said, it's basically, I'm sorry, but it's dead to me. The price is ridiculous, and there is better options. I will show you that in a minute. But here it is. Okay, almost looks like it's got some potential, right? We got, I don't know what these are. I'm guessing those are 32s. 32-inch tires, I'm thinking, on there. Again, it is not body on frame, so that kind of sucks. You do got the removable doors. I wonder if these will rust or rot out and rust like the other hinges do on the Wranglers and Gladiators, which Jeep fixes. But point being, I wonder if they actually solved that issue there. I'm assuming they did. Got a tow hook on the back end, which is nice. Independent suspension on here too, which is kind of cool. You know, you got that. There's no, it's not going to be solid front axle, that's for sure. But here you can see your modes, your selector, and here's for your lockers and things of that nature in here. Square steering wheel, pretty interesting. There's your layout in it, not bad. I'm not complaining about that. Very Wrangler-esque with the grab bar and the way everything is set up on here, like that. And there's that 147 range, and it says whatever, 66% range left, or however they figured that out. But what about this? So you're going to get 223 miles of range in a true off-road vehicle that is built on a not a body on frame system. Okay, it's basically a battery system. It's just Stellantis' large platform is what it is, STL large or whatever they're calling it, and it's going to be $60,000 to $80,000. $80,000 to get the Rubicon, which is where you're going to get your rear locker, front locker, all the off-road goodies that you're going to want on there. That's how Wrangler's always been. Rubicon model gets the off-road goodies. Or you could go to this, which is coming out about just a year later. But we look at the new Scout coming out. 7,000 pounds towing, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, 350 to 500 mile of range for the SUV. Designed and will be made in the U.S. Production takes place in Columbia, South Carolina. Right now, they are building that facility. Okay, it's only 3 hours from me. They are building it right now as we speak, 2.5 hours away from me. They will be priced from about $50,000, okay, in 2027. Okay, and they didn't say starting at 60 and going to 80 for upper trims. Okay, there isn't a lot of upper trims. It's coming out at $50,000. This thing's got front and rear lockers. The whole details. We'll show it to you. We'll take a sitting on 35-inch tires. Look at the interior of this compared to that Jeep one we just saw. Look at this. This thing's amazing on every kind of level. Straight up amazing. And I'm super impressed. It says right here, okay, Scout Traveler will be built on a body-on-frame chassis with a solid rear axle, front and rear mechanical lockers, 35-inch tire capability, projected to tow capacity over 7,000 pounds, payload of nearly 2,000 pounds. They are making both a pure electric, garbage stuff in the off-road world, and a range extending powertrains. The range extending variant with over 500 miles of range powered by an integrated gas generator four-wheel drive system includes an electronic drive unit and each axle providing a nearly 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, enabling 0 to 60 acceleration in 3.5 seconds. This has my attention as a electric off-roader right here. There's a plant they're going to be building here over in Columbus, South Carolina. But like I said, this has a lot of potential. This has a ton of potential. This thing here that we've been hearing about forever and they've taken forever to put out, and now that it's out and it's coming, we realize that there's just nothing here to write home about, and it's overpriced, and it has nothing that we really, it's dead in the water as far as I'm concerned. Might have been pretty cool, but Scout blows this thing out of the water, and the Scout's not even here yet. I want the Scout. I'm interested on a Scout. I have a Post-it note sitting right here on my computer to call them and put a deposit on it. I haven't got around yet, but I want to pre-order a Scout in a range-extending version, 14 2027. I want to at least put a deposit on one so I can get one in there. It is on my to-do list. But this doesn't interest me too much. Maybe it does you. I'd like your comments down below. Let me know what you think of it. And, would you buy this? Would you buy a Scout? Where are you feeling? Any comments? Put them below. Talk to you soon.